Hi, I'm Julie Kirschling. I am a school counselor in White Bear Lake. I would like to take just a little bit of time to talk to you about the web as the platform. Not that long ago, I was intimidated by technology and I resisted using it whenever possible. Being part of the cohort has taught me that I have been using the web as a platform already and has exposed me to so many other tools that have helped me professionally and have also benefited my students. In the fall, the building that I work in is going to be one-to-one. I know there are many teachers that feel the same apprehension that I used to. I want to share 3 types of web tools that are easy to use, device agnostic, and increase student engagement. These tools have benefited me and have opened my eyes to the many possibilities of using the web in my classroom and in my office. The first is Google Drive. Most people have some familiarity with Google, but I find that the more I dive into it, that I have really just been scratching the surface. Here are a few of my favorites. Gmail, Google Docs. I have now uploaded all of my Word documents into Google Docs. I find it much easier to collaborate with my colleagues and with students because you can share and edit and everybody can add to the same document. Google Slides has now become my PowerPoints. Google Sheets is now my Excel. Google Forms is something new that I learned about this past year, and I have found all kinds of avenues to use this. Google Calendar is a huge part of my day. This is how students and parents make appointments with me, and they can do it from their home or they can do it from their iPad or iPod when they're sitting in class. They no longer have to use my secretary. Just want to talk a little bit about Google Forms. This is kind of my new favorite. I found the first time I used it was to do a survey with staff. The background of this slide is a snapshot of how Google Forms summarizes it. So it's nice, clean, easy to read. I also sent out a Google form to colleges throughout the nation through Twitter and gathered all kinds of information in one place to share with my students. I've also now started using Google Forms for goal setting with my students during academic advisement. I find that students are willing to be much more honest when they are typing on the Google form than when we speak face-to-face. And then I am able through Autocrat to give them some feedback and encouragement on the goals that they have set for themselves. We now use Google Forms in our student assistant team meetings. This is where we gather all kinds of information on students that are at risk and what things we have put in place. We've gathered data and it's all in one place now, a nice documentation. Presentations is another place that I have now started to use other web tools. I mentioned Google Slides, but Google Slides has a lot to offer. It's easy to put links into the Google Slides. I can share with colleagues. They can add different slides or take out slides that I've put in, give me edits and ideas. You can also assign each student in your class a slide and you can create a class presentation. Haiku Deck is what I'm using currently for this presentation. I think it gives all kinds of unique and beautiful backgrounds that you can use, just allows for a lot of creativity. Prezi is another presentation software that I have used. It uses motion and zoom to catch your audience's attention. All of these have unique applications, allow for creativity when you're putting together your presentations. Interactive presentations is something that was new to me this past year. Students can join your presentation and then can answer the questions you have on there in real time. There are several softwares that do this. I'm just going to speak to 2. One I have used in my academic advisement and one I plan to implement more next year. Pear Deck I have used in my classroom. Socrative is one that I am looking forward to adding in this next school year. Both give you the opportunity to have students answer multiple choice, true, false, short answer, all kinds of other types of questions. And then you can show the class what everybody answered. You can keep it to yourself. There's all kinds of possibilities of how you want to present this. I find that the engagement in my classroom is far more involved than it has been in the past when I've used Pear Deck. I find that the conversation and the collaboration is increased also. In the circle, you will see a spreadsheet, and that's what you can use through Socrative. If you, all the students' answers then can be sent to you in a spreadsheet so that you can see levels of understanding and get kind of a feel for how your students are doing with the material that you are working on. These are just a few of the web tools that have inspired me to try new things and to embrace technology into my work world. And I'm very excited about the web being our platform and us being a one-to-one school. I feel like the opportunities that are at hand for our students is limitless.